is inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to fight.
Touchdown, Chicago! Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Let's go. 50 Bobcats. 50 Bobcats. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. Brought down at the 20. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 9. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Romeo Doubs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A handoff for Herbert. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a gift and a loose football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Lawrence will throw. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Bears. Jarnell Mooney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Hey, check that, 3. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. Oh, what a juke into space. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert once more. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Going after it right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for it.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now Lawrence on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Herbert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Herbert. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Herbert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll go again with Herbert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. This is Herbert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Bears 28, Panthers 24. Miami Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
19 right. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
On the jump.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. He's got the 1st down and more than that. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, 26 yards. And the Panthers answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Tyler Shelvin there on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the ride, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 28. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Howell. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, getting the figure they're expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the give is Nwangu. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to advance to the divisional round.